Good morning, everyone. Thought I'd hop on here this morning to tell you something exciting that happened to me this morning and then go right into the topic that I wanted to talk about. This morning, I saw my first ever shooting star. I cannot believe that it's taken me this long to see one, but I did. So that is something that I was super excited about. And here's where I'm gonna put my sunglasses on because it's awfully bright in here. But here's where this is going. So first of all, let me make an observation. My hair is super long, and I get my hair cut tonight. So isn't that just like a lady to bring up haircuts and things like that? Who out there is like me? You know when it's time for a haircut. Raise your hand or whatever. So I can't wait. So hey, while I'm on here live, if you've got some haircut suggestions, let me know, because every time I get my haircut, no lie, I am contemplating getting it short. So let me know what you think, and maybe that's what I will bring up to my stylist. But anyway, I saw a shooting star this morning, and that leads me into my topic. How do you hit the reset button? How do you hit the refresh button? What do you do for yourself to give yourself a renewed sense of being? So here's what I want to tell you what I do, and this could not go over very well with a few of you, but other people, you guys might so relate to this. So I'm going to challenge some of you guys to rethink about challenge you to think differently about waking up early. For as long as I can remember, even before kids, I have been an early riser. There is something that happens to me, and I would bet, and I would challenge you that there is something that would happen to you if you wake up earlier than usual. Here's what happens. Because we are such a society that is so geared around go. Check your social media, check your email, check your text. We are always on the go. Who can relate to that? So give me a thumbs up or a yes, I can relate to that. And here's the deal. We are not ever, good morning Tammy, hi Dawn, we're not ever going to go back to the way it was before internet, before social media, before texting and Instagram, all of those things. We're not going to ever go back to the way it was. So what I have decided and discovered, and I'm so grateful that I've always been this way, I've decided that now more than ever, I've got to have quiet time in the morning. And when I saw that shooting star this morning, I was like, thank you for showing me that. What an awesome experience so early in the morning. So here's what happens when I wake up early. And, maybe for you it'll just be 15 minutes earlier. But I would almost say that it would have to be longer than that, because it takes me about 15 minutes to get myself going. But you know what? I throw my robe on, put my contacts in, and I immediately go out to take my dogs out, and I start my coffee machine. And I have to say, if Debbie and Randy, my neighbors, and Karen are on this video or hop on later, you will probably see me if you open your blinds, and if you're up the same time that I do, you'll see me in my robe. I mean, I am a mess, but I make it a priority. So what I do then is I just sit on my couch, and I have a total dialogue. Coffee helps for sure. Who agrees with that? But I have a total dialogue with myself. I admit that I'm not perfect. I talk about what I wish, what I want. I talk about what I regret from the day before. And I'm having a total dialogue with myself. It's the best thing that you can do, is to just sort things out and dialogue with yourself. Dialogue with, if you're a believer, you're going to be dialoguing with the Lord. If you are just a meditator, you are dialoguing with your inner being, I guess. But anyway, I am just admitting that I need some quiet time. I need to prioritize and get things straightened out before I get involved in technology, grabbing my phone. And that's the other thing. I mean, I completely put my phone on silent and don't turn it on until a later hour in the morning. So those of you that are like, you know what, it's so easy for you to say that because you have the lifestyle where you can wake up early or whatever. Let me assure you that I have done this forever. I've done this when my kids were little. I did this when I taught full-time in a classroom, and I do it now. It's a habit that I've made, and it's absolutely changed my life. It calms me down. So if you are a mom out there and you're like, you know what, I got to make school lunches and I got to get my kids out the door, then I would challenge you to, if you got older kids, have them make their own lunch. If you have little ones, give them some Legos or a book to read, and just show them that this is your priority. You're prioritizing yourself. You know, there's a reason why when we're on an airplane, they tell us if we lose altitude and the oxygen mask drops, you've got to put it on yourself first before you help your neighbor or your kid. We cannot pull from an empty bucket of over anxiousness and just so much on our mind. You can't pull from an empty bucket. And there's a saying, you know, you can't help yourself. I'm sorry, you can't help people unless you learn to help yourself first. Let me know if you are agreeing with me so that I know that I'm not the only one that feels this way. So I'm telling you to prioritize yourself, and you will not even believe how your life will change. So if you get up at a certain time, set your clock up a little bit prior to that, maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and see what happens when you just sit. When you just sit and let yourself talk to yourself. Let yourself just dump things. So it's worked for me for years. Here's the other thing. This morning when I was spraying my ferns, I don't know if some of you have seen my post or whatever, but I've got 4 ferns in my house, and I am determined. I brought them in for my porch, and I'm determined to keep them alive. And so far, so good. You know, they're looking really good. I'm watering them from the bottom. I'm spraying them, and so far, so good. This is new for me, by the way. But as I'm spraying them this morning, I'm thinking to myself, that is exactly what is going on when I'm sitting quiet in the morning. It's like I'm being sprayed and refreshed. So there's something else that I heard. You know, anybody can stay up late. Anybody can stay up late. We might not be happy, but anybody can stay up late. But it takes discipline to wake up early. So I'm challenging you. How disciplined are you to wake up early, hit the reset button, hit the refresh button, and have some quiet time? Dialogue with yourself. Come to terms with you're not perfect, and you can't solve all the problems on your own, and you're worth it. You're worth spending time by yourself. And you know what? Here's the other thing. It's not bad to be a little selfish. You know, we should be majorly selfless, right? But it's not bad to be a little selfish. And being a little selfish might be taking the time to reprogram you. So, can't wait to hear what happens. Can't wait. Give me some comments if you are already an early riser. Give me some comments if you think you're going to maybe challenge yourself to wake up a little earlier. Here's the deal too, guys. We are heading right into a holiday season, and I don't know about you guys, but that can stress a person out so much. So maybe it's perfect timing. Maybe now's the best time for you to wake up a little earlier so you can hit your reset button so that you don't hop on that holiday stress bandwagon. So that's it, guys. I'm heading into the gym. Have a great morning, and thanks for tuning in as always. Share if you like this, and give me some comments, please. I'd love to know what you thought about this. Thank you so much.